The last one I did was like took 30 minutes to get there. It was this old dude out there, and apparently he worked with Muhammad Ali.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. He said he's from Alabama, but yeah, he lives like way out there. Yeah.
No proof. No, then I don't believe it. Joking. But like,
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if Tori's still playing on. I don't know how it works after the live is already started. Typically, you can still shoot the link or whatever. But
brother man,
y'all getting ready to go somewhere though?
we're finna finish Dexter.
Dexter? You talking about the serial killer Dexter?
That show is actually extremely fire.
What about Dexter's Laboratory?
I like that show a lot. I'm not gonna say it's extremely fire, but it is pretty good. Have you seen his mom's?
Talking about Dexter's mom?
Yeah.
You ain't never seen her head.
Her head? You know what's crazy about Dexter's mom is that fake chick is not his real mom. His real mom looks like a fucking robot. Just the way she looks. She looks kind of like a robot. Yeah.
For when y'all hop in, we was just having a little side conversation before we get into the real topic or whatever. But anyways, dang, what was I thinking about? Wait, so y'all just now started it, or y'all already been started it?
No, we're on season 5 now.
Season 5. So y'all started that before you even came back here.
No, so when I was in Texas, I watched it a little bit. I didn't really get far. I watched 4 episodes, and then Ray was like, "No, we need to watch that." And I was like, "Oh shit," because I already started season 1, so we might as well start that. Oh no, we were deciding what to watch when I started crashing, and then he was like, Dexter, because he was in the middle of a rewatch, and he was saying how much he loves that show.
So where y'all started off when you got back here?
Like episode 4 or 5 or something
of season 5.
Of season 1.
Of season 1.
We're on season 5 now.
So you telling me that you flew through
4 seasons or 3 years
since you've been back here? But whenever we was trying to get through One Piece,
I know I haven't watched One Piece in a while.
So you telling me you could burn through episodes like that of Dexter, but when we get to doing something that you really admitted that you can't do it. I see how it is.
Now here's the thing. Keep in mind, I was unemployed for like the first 2 weeks or so. I mean,
since you've been back here, it wasn't 2 weeks.
Maybe like a week and a half. I don't know how long it's been. So or so. You know what I'm saying? Or so. No, but there are only 12 episodes a season, but they are like 50 minutes.
There's like 12 episodes a season in Dexter.
Yeah, but they're like 50 minutes. I mean, it's like that is actually we were binging the fuck out of that shit. I'm not even gonna say it. Yeah,
funny.
Yeah, but no, for real. Once I haven't watched One Piece in a minute, man. It might be time because I've told you already. I've been watching Bleach or rewatching Bleach. I want to watch the War arc, the Blood arc, but my Mia's Disney's running out like tomorrow. Hold on, what's today? Today actually, so I can't watch Bleach anymore. I only made it to episode like 85. No, I made it like 87.
Why don't you just use my Crunchyroll?
Bleach. This is funny because Bleach is not on Crunchyroll. It's only on Hulu or /Disney because they're the same thing.
But you could watch Hulu free.
No, you can't. I mean, if you
with the ads.
Oh, if you can, I can't do that, bro. I can't do that. Yeah.
So I'm too bougie for that.
I know Ray don't have Disney. The thing is, Disney doesn't let you. Like, if you're not in the same house, you can't do it anyway. So it's like, this is fucking bullshit. I was fucking with Bleach. The Bound arc, okay, you know what's funny as fuck? I just found out the other day that the Bound arc was filler. Now that makes 100% sense.
You ain't know that?
I can't believe I didn't know that. I used to think when I watched it the first time, I thought the Bound arc was dog shit. It ain't bad. It's just way worse than the Soul Society arc. It isn't bad though. Like, yeah.
Wait, the Bound arc was the worst part. Was the worst one out of all of them. Was that the same one where I was talking about where they was training him to get some different powers because his Soul Reaper powers was gone, so they gave him that different power just to steal it from him?
Nah.
So you don't think that one was worse?
No, that one. I'm not saying the Bound arc was one of the worst. The Bound arc is actually not that bad for fillers. I mean, does it hold up to the real arcs? No, but thing is, Bleach got a fuck ton of filler. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm just saying, like, compared to the rest of the film, I don't remember much of it, to be honest. But the Bound arc is not that bad. I actually shit was canon, if I'm being completely honest.
That's funny.
But damn, it makes so much sense that it's filler.
Look at this. So, what's going on, y'all?
Oh shoot!
But look, they've been talking about this whole Lamar Jackson edit thing for a minute. I don't know if you heard about it, but they keep on trying to have me put my hand up for some Lamar Jackson edit. I don't know how that's supposed to work. Right?
I think maybe you're getting trolled. Maybe.
Nah, that in my last live, they kept on talking about that.
Oh.
So Google it. Google it.
Lamar Jackson edit?
Yeah.
I like Lamar as much as the next people, but I'm a Seahawks fan.
I was about to say we know that, but the live stream don't know that.
Oh yeah.
For those of y'all don't know, he a Seahawks fan. When it comes to NFL, me, I'm a Chiefs and a Packers fan.
I don't see nothing.
They know it's not because of Mahomes.
None of my niggas no bandwagons. None of my homies no bandwagons. So I can vouch.
Anyway,
I like the Chiefs too. They're not my favorite, but I like them. I like them too. I do. So.
For those of y'all who watch NFL, go ahead and drop y'all actual teams in the chat. Let us know who you rocking with. And I appreciate y'all for showing up for the conversation. Lamar Jackson getting old, bro. Yeah. I agree. Look, I'm telling you, the live stream that I did, it was yesterday. You know, it was yesterday, the day before yesterday or yesterday. But no, it was yesterday because it rained. Did it rain here? When I went up to go drop Cobalt.
I don't think it did that day.
So y'all got lucky because I was up there with Tori.
Yeah, I don't think it rained that day.
And it rained. Yeah.
Dang.
So.
But no, Lamar Jackson.
Look.
I'm gonna be honest. Lamar Jackson got snubbed from MVP. He should have won MVP. So I'm not to disregard or kind of like lowball Josh Allen, who had a fantastic season. But this nigga did not deserve the MVP.
Look, see down there over here talking about a Messi edit. Like
what?
Look, I don't know where y'all getting these. I don't know where y'all getting these trends and stuff from. But one thing that y'all don't know about me, and my brother Malachi, he'll vouch. I don't follow trends like that.
These new viewers probably think I'm tall as fuck. Don't say nothing.
I don't follow trends like that. You see, one thing that y'all need to recognize about me, especially if y'all gonna be hanging around for a while, is we don't like to follow trends. We prefer to set trends. I'll give you an example. If y'all pay attention to the shorts, right? Y'all see me doing recaps, but y'all see most other people doing reactions. You don't see the difference, right? They watching it supposedly at the same time that they're doing it. I'm not knocking their hustle, but at the same time, we doing something different over here. We having the actual in-between conversations. Pause. We having the recaps, right? We starting something different. So when y'all hear my recaps and everything, some of y'all might assume it's a little animated. My brother will tell you that we really be actually having conversations like this, right?
We do.
So
I have no sob story about some two young people started from the bottom. I don't got none of that right now. But what I do have for you.
Oh.
I'm honest.
Hey, look. I'm gonna say it one more time though. We done with all the edits. We done with the edits. If you want to edit, you better go hop on someone else's live stream. Because you know what? We finna get into the Naruto conversation. That's what we finna do, right?
Get it.
So Malachi, he actually was one who picked the topic today. I sent him the list, told him to pick one, and we got one. So if y'all ain't already checked the title, we about to get into. It was a Kurama, no Kurama, right? Yeah. Yep. So topic for today, and we're gonna be discussing whether Naruto would have still ended up being Hokage with or without Kurama, right? So we see him as a Hokage with Kurama. So can Naruto still make Hokage without Kurama? Like if he did not have Kurama the whole time, but he still wanted to have the Hokage drive, right? So take out Kurama out the mix, but keep everything else in. So anything that had to do with Kurama specifically, so any training that he did with Kurama, scratch all of that. Is he still making Hokage?
All right. I think Naruto is being Hokage, but here's the thing. he's taken way more fucking L's than he usually. Like in Naruto in part one, let's go to part one for a second. For the most part, this nigga Naruto was cooking everybody. Think about it, except for like in the very, like obviously Haku beat the shit. He beat Haku, by the way, but he needed Kurama. Haku would have beat him. Gaara would have beat him. He needed the Nine-Tailed Chakra to spawn Gamabunta and all that. Sasuke would have lost. You see what I'm saying? He would have lost a fucking lot. But the reason I believe that Naruto would still get to where he wants to be without the Nine-Tailed Fox, even despite all that, because yeah, he'd get his ass beat a lot, is because he's an Uzumaki, and they naturally have a huge ass chakra reserve. I'm not talking Hashirama. I'm just talking he's naturally an Uzumaki. I mean, like Nagato, he's an Uzumaki. You see what the fuck he did. I mean, you see what the fuck
Nagato was not a Jinchuriki, but he had hella chakra. I don't mean to cut you off, but to touch on what he was bringing about Nagato. Take into account when Nagato did the assault on the village, right? He was activating all of that assault remotely. And how many was he controlling?
Six
bodies
of pain.
6. He was controlling 6 bodies remotely.
This nigga
destroying the village.
Invaded the village. Was fighting different people in the village. He killed a few notable people. Shizune died. Kakashi died. Choji's dad died. You know, a few others, and then destroyed the village, and then fought Naruto.
So that should give y'all a little touch on just how much chakra Uzumaki really would have.
Now, and another thing about Naruto is he mastered Sage Mode. Jiraiya didn't even fully master it. Naruto did. He fully mastered that with that huge Uzumaki chakra reserve with Sage Mode. And Jiraiya's Kage level. I mean, I'm sorry, but he is. I think Naruto. Do I think they win the war without Kurama? Nah. But I do think Naruto would be. He's definitely stronger than Kakashi, stronger than Tsunade. You know,
fully grown, right?
Yeah. So Sage Mode. I'm not saying he's the strongest ninja in history like he would be in the canon. Like he definitely didn't surpass his dad. He didn't surpass goddamn Hashirama. Definitely not Hashirama. But like I said, that's why I'm saying they wouldn't win the war without Kurama. But I think he'd become Hokage. He definitely would. He surpassed Kakashi already. The Rasen Shuriken Sage Mode. He could still do a.
But how much of that was Kurama playing a part in though?
A black cat. I'm not superstitious. I love black cats. I'm not a cat person, but if I had a cat, it'd be a black cat. So I think that's kind of cool. If you are superstitious, my bad.
That's one part we disagree in. Mm-hmm. You get a black cat, you got your mind.
You don't think that's cool?
Who think black? Y'all think black cats is cool? Y'all like black cats? For y'all cat lovers, y'all like black cats? Are y'all superstitious?
I'm not. Well, not for this. I am for a lot.
Malachi seen a black cat, and he talking about how he would get himself one if that was. You only saying that because Ray got a cat.
No, that's why I said I'm not a cat person. But if I were, the black cat would be the cat again, keeping it $150. I'm not superstitious. For not.
Yo Ray, Naima's Ray, and C's Ray. They all need to get nicknames.
Yeah, for real. Well, okay. So sometimes, not all the time. I'm gonna start doing this more. Like we had a coworker. He was cool as fuck. He was a man. His name was Mario. He always called my friend Ray. So we called
Ray.
Yeah.
You talking about like from Haunted House Ray?
He always called him Ray. So yeah. Mario's funny as shit. I miss Mario. But yeah.
That's funny. But
always called him. So yeah, maybe I just called him Ray or something.
Well, if you ask me about Naruto's progress, right? So the way I got to think about it, right? So y'all know how I am. We look for the in betweens. We kind of go based off of what some of the biggest events is that play into the situation, right? So we're talking about Naruto. One of the things we got to identify is what all parts does Kurama play a part in, right?
Pretty much.
So he named off a bunch of them, and then you also got to take into account what are some of the advancement situations that Naruto ended up in that Kurama did not play a part.
Okay.
Matter of fact, let's not forget was it can we call it an advancement or not? When he finally got to see Kurama, and he was pretty much telling him off.
Like when after he
didn't he have a part where he was telling Kurama that he ain't want no part of his power?
It's been
matter of fact, was that not after the pain fight or whatever?
No, because that was when Minato pulled up.
No. I'm talking about after the village got assaulted or whatever. And he, was that? Yeah, that was in the pain assault. No. That was in the Orochimaru fight. Was that the one where Sakura got hurt?
Oh yeah, and then Sai didn't save her when he could have. Is that what you're talking about? Is that the fight
I think so.
That shit was funny, but no.
Didn't he have that little moment where he didn't even want to use Kurama because Sakura got hurt?
I think so, or some shit. Yeah. But no, Loki, think about the question. You think you did again, like you said, everything is the same except no Kurama. The build up for Naruto to become Hokage
would have been way slower.
I low-key think that. Now, I definitely think he could have done it, but the thing is, okay, the build up. If everything is canon, there's something like Naruto could have died to a lot of people. Like if Haku. If Haku's true intention was to kill Naruto and Sasuke, which I believe he was, like obviously he fucked with Naruto, but his main loyalty was to Zabuza. Honestly, Naruto would have fucking died. But if
you don't think that that little creativity spurt that he had when he was fighting Zabuza would have came back in?
He only won because of Nine Tails. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry, but like
you don't think he could have came up with anything else?
Not yet. Not that early. At that early in the show, Naruto could only use clones. That wasn't enough for Haku.
But it was enough for Zabuza.
No, he didn't.
Because don't forget that he was fighting with the teams.
The water clone though, that wasn't the real Zabuza. That was
so. What if it ended up being that somehow, some way, him and Sasuke ended up working closer together?
Okay. If Sasuke, so the thing is, Sasuke unleashed his two Tomoe Sharingan too late in the battle, and then tried to save Naruto and got himself hurt. If he unleashed that two Tomoe Sharingan, and then Naruto was spamming clones, because he can still do that even without the Nine-Tails Chakra, then I believe they actually would have kind of won. Because Sasuke was low-key cooking when he unleashed that. He did lose, but he was doing his thing. Imagine he...
And then Kakashi was held up fighting Zabuza.
Facts. Imagine he brought all three out. I believe he would have beat Haku.
And then Sakura wasn't really any help at that point in time.
I'm sorry.
Sakura was only used for playing security guard.
But if you want to give Naruto the benefit of the doubt, let's go to the Forest of Death. Orochimaru and his big ass snake. I don't know. The thing is,
so at that point in time, you think that that's when he kind of started being able to pull a little bit more weight,
because he also needed the Nine-Tailed Chakra against that snake / Orochimaru.
But the snake wasn't supposed to be there. So let's assume that Orochimaru never pulls up.
Okay, Orochimaru's probably he wants Sasuke anyway.
And let's assume he doesn't pull up at all, and then it's just a regular tuning exam.
Okay, Kiba, he's still beating Kiba. Let's be real. He's still beating Kiba. If you guys think he's not, he didn't even use the Nine-Tails against Kiba. So
he didn't use it against Neji either.
He did.
He did?
Because that was after Jiraiya taught him to use the chakra. I'm not saying like turn into it, but he taught him to use the chakra.
Oh wait.
He couldn't use Rasengan yet.
Yeah, that was the whole
but
through the ground thing.
Yeah. So that's where it gets kind of crazy, because could he have beaten Neji? I believe he has the chakra reserve to beat Neji, but there's nothing to counter Neji when Neji's stopping his chakra points. I actually think Neji would have won.
Oh yeah, he did do that. Yeah.
I think Neji. I'm not saying Neji would have killed him, but he would have. I think Neji would have won the fight.
You know, with all the points you make, and you make me seem like he not gonna be getting Hokage.
No, that's the thing. Loki, I didn't think about how much he. Now, if we're talking late Naruto, like Boruto Naruto after Kurama fucking dies, at that point he's already established. He's good. He doesn't need it.
Because a lot of what played into account with his situations. That's what helped him get stronger than Kakashi.
But early Naruto absolutely needed that nigga Kurama. I'm gonna be real. I didn't know how much he really did till we started diving deep. But early Naruto absolutely needed that nigga's help. Boruto Naruto's probably chilling. You know, he's got a huge ass arsenal. Plus, but like no, like part 1 Naruto, especially before he learned the Rasengan, that nigga needed that shit, bro. Because he wouldn't beat Neji, no Chunin.
So if he never had Kurama, is he learning the Rasengan?
I do think he would have. He would have.
But way later then.
Maybe he's still in Uzumaki. He's still Minato's son. I think he would have pulled through. He's not beating Gaara.
Because we already kind of figured out he's not really as smart as Nagato.
Facts. He's not beating Gara, but I do think he's still beating Kabuto.
And then Karen,
Kabuto.
her name's Karen, right? The one who was with Sasuke and them. She was Uzumaki.
Yep, fact. That's fact. I forgot about
She
that.
comes off as smarter than Naruto still.
Facts. Naruto's mother.
Yeah, she got hella chakra because of the fact that she be giving folks chakra. Yeah.
No, but facts.
What y'all thinking? Because you still saying he making Hokage though?
Honestly,
because everything you saying is telling me that he not getting Hokage.
Said, everything is still canon except he doesn't have the Nine Tails. Is he becoming Hokage? Nah, because he's probably getting slimed.
I'm gonna be real. The way that I'm feeling currently, with the current information that we put out, I'm gonna say that he gonna end up being. I mean, if you take away the chakra reserves, right? I'm gonna say that he probably gonna end up being like a Asuma level
type shit. I definitely think he's got like, if he
like better than Iruka. But that's why I say Asuma level, because I don't think that he's beating Kakashi without the input from Kurama.
See, I think the thing is, I think when Naruto gets Sage Mode is when he truly becomes Kage level. But given what you said, the question, everything is still canon except he has no Kurama. Can he make it to that point in the series to train with Sage Mode without Kurama, or does he just die sooner? What does he experience so far? He fought Orochimaru. He's not beating Orochimaru.
And then on top of that,
yet.
Even when he gets to the Sage training, how much time is he really spending on that? No Kurama.
Real, but I mean, he did master it without Kurama, though, if you think about it, because he just have to sit still and meditate. So, like, the good thing about...
So the Sage Mode training is like the biggest...
That's his biggest argument for, like, he can do it.
For no Kurama.
For no Kurama, is Sage Mode. Because the broken thing about Sage Mode is you can also, like... I mean, Naruto could just have some clones absorbing Sage Jutsu and then absorb that, which is... I mean, obviously, he can to an extent, but, like...
So let's mix up the story a little bit then to help Naruto's case, right? So let's say that Naruto still ends up on Team 7 with all them, and then let's say that the Chunin exams and everything still play out how they did, minus Kurama, right? So we're saying minus Kurama. Let's assume that somehow Jiraiya came into play earlier with the Sage Mode training.
I don't think at that age Naruto is capable of mastering Sage Mode. I'm gonna be honest.
So you saying that regardless of the situations, he would have to have been through enough to kind of have the mentality.
Plus
for that training.
Plus, it was also the experience of Jiraiya's death. You know, but Jiraiya died for the shit. He had to master Sage Mode. He didn't have a choice. It's either master Sage Mode or die. Everyone dies. You can't, or no, not Naruto.
But don't forget that the whole purpose of that Sage Mode was because he had Kurama.
Real.
So he needed something to defend himself. So let's say if we take Kurama out of the mix, but that changes the reasoning.
But the beautiful part about Sage Mode is he doesn't need Kurama to do that. But I don't think, and what you said a second ago, if Jiraiya showed him Sage Mode or brought in that equation sooner, I don't think Part 1 Naruto is capable of mastering the shit. I'm gonna be honest.
Even if Jiraiya did die prior to Sage Mode with no Kurama.
Even if he dies, I think he needs to be a little bit older, the maturity plus the grief experience and all that. I just don't think. I mean, maybe Naruto is Naruto. I mean, technically, if you want to get down to the bull crap, the really, in my opinion, bull. I really don't like this ass bull, but he is the reincarnation of like Ashura.
Is he still the reincarnation of Ashura no Kurama?
That's the thing. I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no clue.
What y'all thinking? Hey, drop your answers in the chat. Drop your answers in the chat. Is Naruto getting Hokage with no Kurama? Be honest. Is he getting it? And if y'all say he gonna get that, if he gonna get Hokage with no Kurama, explain y'all reasoning.
Oh shit!
Hey, prove us wrong, because I would assume that right now you leaning towards he not getting it.
To be honest, even though he's the main character, I don't think so. Given the narrative, nah. Sorry.
He would have probably ended up having a career more like Iruka or something like that. But without the whole teaching folks.
Type shit. Facts.
Well, yeah. No. Let's say that he would have somehow ended up having a career a little bit more like the security guards.
If we give Naruto the absolute maximum benefit of the doubt, and he makes it all the way to Shippuden and gets Sage Mode without Kurama, and I don't know. The thing is, they're not winning the war, and he becomes Hokage after that.
But don't forget that each village pretty much had a Jinchuriki. So the Jinchuriki would have ended up being someone else from the league. So they could have still won the war.
Okay, so even more benefited out. They win the war, and Naruto becomes Hokage after Kakashi and shit. The thing without Kurama, like, yeah, he's Hokage, the seventh Hokage, but he's not the strongest ninja to ever live in this version. He didn't surpass Minato.
Let's say that someone else ended up getting Kurama, and then the war started. So you get Naruto. Well, what level is Naruto sitting at the beginning of the war with no Kurama?
He's still
Sage Mode or no Sage Mode?
He's still a master of Sage Mode. So I think he's past a Sanin. He's stronger than I'll say he's beyond a Sanin. So that he's not Obito or Madara level though. I'm gonna be real. He's not.
So let's say that he still maintained the Sasuke rivalry. Is that rivalry still essentially a tie, or is he losing to Sasuke?
I think
Sasuke's rate of because one it sounded like Sasuke, obviously stupid smart for his age, real smart. He takes after Itachi, right? But after a while, we noticed that Sasuke based a lot of his rate of improvement on Naruto's improvement.
I think Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan versus Sage Mode Naruto is a good argument, but without Kurama, I honestly gotta give it to Sasuke. I can't lie, but I don't think it's easy. I think wait, let me actually think about it. Nah, because he could spam Susanoo, he could spam Amaterasu. Yeah, I think without Kurama, just Sage Mode, EMS Sasuke got it. Honestly, now in the regular canon, I got Naruto. I don't know about that, actually. That's actually a really tough one. Because Sage Mode Naruto is cracked as fuck. I mean, he is a real one, bro.
Let's not forget that he pretty much got the full Sage Mode, whereas like Orochimaru, it was a partial.
Facts.
For Kabuto. He stole that from Orochimaru, same way that Orochimaru kind of tried to cheat his way up there, so they both never fully achieved that.
Facts. And he did beat the third Raikage with Sage Mode. He didn't use KCM. There was Edo Tensei, but so that could be. I would say it's a toss up. I think mostly Sasuke got it.
But didn't he use it? But wasn't that not Kurama playing a part in that?
I have no idea.
No. Remember right before they got to that, because remember that was at the beginning. That was right after the beginning of the war when he was trying to get in. Remember where they was at right before that Turtle Island?
Oh yeah.
What was they doing?
He was
Kurama.
But he didn't
for training.
But he didn't use him to defeat the third Raikage.
No. To get to that level.
Okay, that's a good point.
Yeah, you forgot about that. That's essentially a Nine-Tails cloak, is it not?
No, it is.
An advanced Nine-Tails cloak.
It quite literally is one. So it's like, ooh. Right. Here's my conclusion. Here's my conclusion. I don't think. Okay, if we want to be straight narrative, nah. But if you want to give him the benefit of the doubt with Sage Mode, maybe. That's my conclusion.
I'm gonna say that even if Naruto was to ever get Hokage, it would be way down the road, and it would like he'd have to go through the really long route of training, like a typical ninja. I mean, Sage Mode or not, Sage Mode typically takes a long time. We're going this way.
I think
we'll take shortcuts down play. But yeah, I don't. What y'all thinking? Because I'm leaning towards one day he could get it, but it's gonna be the stupid long route.
He has to manage to survive long enough to actually be able to get Sage Mode, because like I said, I don't think a Naruto, without experiencing what the canon Naruto did at that time, I just don't think he can do it.
They would have to find. I'll say they would have to find a gang of missions that somehow, some way he had to push through without Kurama. Because I said most of what we saw, Kurama played a part in. You know, obviously from the leaks that got started to to the full mastery of it. Yeah, there was a lot that Kurama actually ended up playing a part in. So, that's what I'm saying. Like there would have to be a because he ain't getting no experience off of cat missions.
Not for real.
Yeah, capturing the cat ain't finna give you no experience. You gonna learn. You gonna get your cardio up or whatever. That's yeah, and then you gonna get your intellect up of how to catch a swift cat. But you ain't getting nothing off of that. So like, you know what we'd have to evaluate what type of missions that would actually be able to replace some certain things. Like, cause no Kurama, are we still having the Zabuza mission? Don't forget, they didn't even want him to go on that mission.
That's real.
Originally, they did not want him to go on none of the missions, knowing that he had the Nine Tails.
The thing is, Naruto was absolutely getting fucking fondled by Haku without Kurama. Sasuke, I'll admit, held his own.
Fondled is crazy word.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
No, but for seriousness, Naruto was not. He was getting destroyed. He couldn't do shit to Haku.
I mean,
And until he thought Sasuke died, got pissed off. Kurama he started using Kurama chakra, and then he beat his ass. But without Kurama, even with the rage boost, I'm not sure.
What about Pain at the time that the village got assaulted? Say that he did complete the sage mode training, and he came back, and that's when the village got assaulted. Is he beating Pain?
The thing is, I don't think so. The Pain was beating his ass. Pain had him. Pain actually had him. Without the Nine Tails, Pain beat him. He had him. I'm not even joking. Pain won. Would have won without the Nine Tails. Quite literally the Nine Tails.
Matter of fact, he wasn't fully mastered with Sage Mode at that point in time, though. When we really think about it, it was like a fast track, right? So let's assume that he did have the full mastery of the Sage Mode, full 100% mastery, and then the village got attacked. Is he beating Pain?
Maybe. That's a tough one, because it's like Pain had a lot going against him if you think about it. Like, he was tired he fought a bunch of ninja, destroyed the village, and then fought Naruto.
And let's not forget who the ninjas that he killed was.
Yeah,
one
of them was Kakashi himself. And keep in mind that Frog was feeding Naruto intel. Naruto knew everything about the Pain, you know what I'm saying? So Pain had all the cards against him, and still technically beat Naruto at first. The Nine Tails saved him. So I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. People downplay Pain too much, because like what he did against Naruto is extremely impressive. Not only did he beat Jiraiya, he beat Kakashi, almost got Naruto. But plot.
Off topic, real quick. Is Pain beating Madara?
No. Look, I love Pain. Pain's one of my favorites. Actually, Pain is my favorite, but no.
Y'all go ahead and thank Malachi for hopping in the live. And he gonna be in one of the future ones for sure.
For sure, yeah. I'll catch you guys later, but thanks for having me. I love talking about anime, so.
I'm going up to Dante's tomorrow. You gonna be working? You know, Chameleon there dropping that EP tomorrow, so yeah.
I know you gonna be looking at it.
I'm gonna be there early. I got that little NFC chip. Yeah, Dante got them subs. Oh yeah.
Oh, W.
Yeah, that's why I'm going up there.
All right, dog.
Yep. Yeah. What y'all thinking? What's the word? What's y'all answers? Is Naruto getting Hokage with no Kurama? Y'all heard what Malachi got to say. Y'all kind of heard my little input, and I said Malachi got plenty good points and everything. And I said my conclusion is he can get it. It's just gonna take a really long time. because obviously they gonna have to really evaluate the missions that he going on to really build up the experience, right? So like, nothing would be the same. Most of that stuff that was going on was really him having Kurama back him up a lot, right? And then I think we both agreed that essentially Naruto's only his really only point of progress with no Kurama was him doing the Sage Mode training, right? So if we brought up anything that y'all think we might have missed or whatever, they got to do with no Kurama as far as his development, okay, drop it in the chat. You probably not convincing me at this point, though. I mean, to change my answer. If y'all do, it's probably gonna end up being that he not getting the Hokage. He not, right? And it's no fault of his own. It's just something that where, his mentality, and his mentality for his age, he got a lot more to learn, essentially, right? Because a lot more for him is at stake having Kurama, if that makes sense, right? So like the reasoning for him going to the Sage Mode training, it changes, right? I mean, is Jiraiya training him with no? I didn't even bring that up. Is Jiraiya still training him with no Kurama? Is Jiraiya still training Naruto with no Kurama? Because if that's the case, if that's the case, and Jiraiya is not training him, no Kurama, we don't even have Sage Mode. So yeah, if we want to go off of that, nah, he definitely not getting no Hokage. So I mean, what y'all thinking? What's y'all answer? No, I said that literally when you look at the show, about 85% of his development currently shows that Kurama had a part to play in this. So that's what we got. That's what we're looking at, yo. But I ain't gonna be on here too much longer. I am gonna leave y'all with a heads up for tomorrow. So for those of y'all who listen in, before, y'all probably know that I'm a Chameleonaire fan. I don't care what nobody say. So if y'all watch the unbox, that EP that I showed y'all with the NFC chip, the EP dropped tomorrow, like 1 p.m. Central Time, right? So as a true fan, right? The only thing I can tell y'all is y'all got to check out chameleonaire.com if y'all want to hear the EP, get y'all a little premium subscription or whatever, and then go listen to the music, right? He done dropped like 9 songs this year, so I don't want to hear what nobody got to say. You ain't dropping no music no more. Hey, look, you just not a fan, so I don't want to hear it, right? But if y'all want to tune in tomorrow, like I said, 1 p.m. ish, that's when the EP dropped. That's when I'll be getting to try out the NFC chip, and then that'll be when the only thing that I can do is give y'all snippets of the music. And he made it clear on the website. There's no upload, nothing or none of that. So I can give y'all little snippets of what y'all missing out on. And then we'll get to hear it together. The little snippets. Well, we'll hear the snippets together, but I'm gonna hear the full songs. Point blank period. Right? So yeah, I'll probably end up starting the live about 12:30 Central Time tomorrow for those who want to check in and for that, right? So it ain't gonna be just listen again to what I'm saying. The 12:30 live stream will not be the next Naruto conversation. It will be the preview, the community music previews, right? That's all it's gonna be focused around. The Naruto conversation live stream for tomorrow will probably be around 8 p.m. Central Time again, right? So y'all gonna, like I said, y'all finna get flooded with content. Y'all ain't gonna know what to do with it, right? Y'all ain't gonna know if y'all watched it or not. Y'all gonna get lost in the mix. That's how much it's finna be coming, right? So if you want to catch the recaps, as of right now, I think I'm pretty settled in on the recaps staying as shorts, right? And then the actual anime conversations, obviously we're gonna stick with the live streams for that. So that's gonna be the format, right? And that's what we're looking like. I still want to get into a little bit of technology because I'm a real progressive person. So I believe that to a certain extent everyone needs to be in the know about advancements in technology and everything. So at some point in time, once I get fully set up with everything, we're gonna eventually start touching on some technology too, right? And then we were supposed to have the Tory pull up to the live, but I think he might still be on the road or whatever, so he might end up pulling up in tomorrow's Naruto conversation live, and then we'll get to hear his input. So so far y'all done seen Ray. That's my sister's boyfriend, Ray. Cause Malachi, he got a friend named Ray, and then my other brother, he got a friend named Ray. So yeah, they gonna need to come up with their little nicknames so we can differentiate for y'all, right? So y'all done met Ray, y'all done met my brother Malachi, and then y'all gonna get to y'all probably get to meet Tori with his inputs probably tomorrow. So we'll see. So y'all slowly gonna be able to get a face to face with everybody who's gonna be consistently in the lives, right? So obviously I'm gonna take the forefront. I'm the oldest brother. That's what I do. So yeah. Uh, but I definitely appreciate everybody who was who checking in. Like I said, y'all know how I usually do. Drop y'all anime recommendations in the comments in the chats. Let people know what they missing, where they need to be at. Y'all know how it go. For anyone who ain't watching anime, they need to know where to start. So put them on. We're not gatekeepers. Put them on, right? And then for those who going to be in the future live streams and everything, hey, look, y'all need to start being my security guards. Next time y'all see someone hopping in here talking about some Lamar edits, messy edits, whatever, hey, go ahead, let them know that's not what we doing. Go ahead, let them know we're not doing that. We're not, right? We're not following these trends. We're setting trends. That's what we're doing. So y'all go ahead and let them know what's up, and then we're gonna continue with the conversations as much as possible, right? So we're gonna try not to deter too much. Obviously, when stuff gets heated, we think of other stuff, and then we kind of go down the rabbit hole a little bit. But that's also to help bring out a little bit more of the information that we might have forgot to help differentiate our answers itself, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna end this with the same little progressive tips that I always typically do because somebody gotta let y'all know, right? So I think I'm gonna start off today with one: check up on your peoples, right? Um, Number two, actually check your peoples. So if you know that they ain't doing what they're supposed to do, or they ain't getting where they need to be, or whatever, actually had a conversation with them and let them know that, hey, look, you're not doing right. You need to get right, right? So one, what was number one again? Yeah, it was check up on your peoples. Number two was check your peoples. Number three, I'm gonna still leave y'all with to stay hydrated because one is getting hot, and a lot of y'all don't be drinking water or nothing like that. So I mean, hey, everybody gonna have their opinions, but for me, I'm gonna tell you to drink water, stay hydrated, right? And then I'm gonna leave y'all with the stay safe. Yeah, don't be trying to go into no areas that you know is gonna get you hurt. You don't need to be there. It ain't doing nothing but get you stressed out, right? So yeah, I'm gonna leave you with them four. So uh check up on your peoples, check your peoples, stay hydrated, and then stay safe. That's what I'm leaving y'all with today. So and then other than that, like I said, for those y'all watching this after the fact, drop y'all recommendations, drop y'all answers for the questions. Had a conversation between each other. That's what we're here for. We're here to have the conversation. So conversate. Just remember that there might be kids watching. But for real though, y'all stay tuned because we still got more recaps coming for the day. It ain't dark yet. We're not done working. Stay tuned. All right.